The Lakers defeated the Houston Rockets 4-1 in the Western Conference semis, setting up their matchup with the Denver Nuggets in the WCF. Below are 3 things you need to know prior to Friday's Game 1 tip-off. Back to big? The question that Frank Vogel has gotten more than any other throughout the 2019-20 campaign is how often he plans to use his big lineups, starting JaVale McGee at center and using Dwight Howard at backup center, versus his small groups. We use quotes there because when the Lakers go small, it's with the 6'10", Anthony Davis, 6'9", LeBron James, 6'8", Markieff Morris, 6'8", Kyle Kuzma, 6'6", Danny Green, or perhaps 6'5", Alex Caruso, or 6'5", Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The truth is, the Lakers almost always use both types of lineups, and that versatility, provided to the roster by GM Rob Pelinka and employed by Vogel, has been a major key to their success this season. Against Portland, they used both, while Houston was the one exception that saw the Lakers exclusively go small, with Morris in for McGee. Vogel declined to reveal his plans against Denver when he spoke before Wednesday's practice, but he implied that we could see LA return to their big groups. Now, in the regular season against Denver, LA's most successful lineups against the Nuggets were with Davis at the 5, but that doesn't mean they should exclusively play that way. They most likely will close games that way, as they did against almost every opponent all season. But there's some benefit to having McGee and Howard weigh on star Nuggets center Nikola Jokic as games and the series goes on, before Davis and LeBron try to finish the job. Davis does so many great things off the basketball on defense, that perhaps you don't want him defending Jokic for the entire game, especially because Jokic will be the one he's helping on from time to time. The fact that Morris played so well defensively and shot the ball as he did against Houston will give Vogel confidence in going to that group as well, especially if LA's big units aren't playing great. And that's the beauty of the Lakers roster. They can switch things up as needed. Denver doesn't have that same ability. Jokic is a tremendous All-NBA player, and needs to be on the court, but when he is, the Nuggets are limited in how they can play defense, since he's generally going to have to be in a drop coverage. Murray and Jokic on both ENDSJamal. Murray and Jokic form one of the NBA's most potent duos on the offensive side of the court. At the same time, they aren't the strongest defenders on the opposite side of the floor. In the regular season, Jokic had an offensive rating of 113.4 and a defensive rating of 108.9, while Murray clocked in at 113.0 on O and 107.7 on D. The spread is more dramatic in the postseason, with Jokic a 116.2 on O, 117.1 on D, and Murray a 115.1, 113.0. For comparison's sake, LeBron and AD have been great on both ends. LeBron is a 117.3, 102.1, and AD 116.1, 101.4.